Good morning, students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter that is reaching out. So, today I am going to take you to the world of communication. Now, let us see what is communication, what are the advantages of or what is the need of communication, then, what is personal communication, what is mass communication, what are the difference between the personal communication and the mass communication. So we are going to deal with these topics one by one. First of all, what is communication? Communication is a process of sending and receiving messages. It means to keep in touch with each other through messages, ideas, and information. As you all know, that we communicate with people in many ways. We write letters or we email, then we talk on phone, we send cards, we chat on internet, etc. Early men used to communicate by smoke signals, by carrier pigeons, by beating drums, then by horse riders, etc. So these were the different methods which the early men used to communicate. Later, the government developed a system of sending letters to every corner of the country by postcard, inland letter, envelope, etc. And today, we have different modern means of communication. So, as we know that as the technology has developed, everything has changed. Now, let us see what are the different types of communication. When we talk about communication, communication is of two types. One is the personal communication and other is the mass communication. Now let us see one by one what is personal communication and what is mass communication. Personal communication. As the word itself depicts, personal means something that takes place between two persons. So, personal communication is the communication between the sender and the receiver. So, the different means of personal communication are postal system, telegraph, and telephone. Now, do you know that in some areas mail is carried on donkey, means donkey is used as a means of communication in some areas. Now we will deal with personal communication by one. First of all, what is postal system? First of all, you should know that postal system is a means of personal communication. If I am sending a mail to my friend or if I am writing a letter to my cousin, so it is a communication between me and the other person. Means it is a communication between two persons, not more than that. So the first means of personal communication is postal system. Now what is postal system? Millions of letters, cards, parcels, and money orders are sent and received through post office every day. I hope you have visited the post office. So, mail is transported by vans, trains, aeroplane, and even ships. So, these letters, cards, postcards, etc., they all constitute your postal system and they are available at the post office. In India, the first post office was set up at Baikula in Mumbai in 1932. Now, there is one more term which is associated with it, that is PIN. I hope everyone has heard about this PIN. What is PIN? PIN is Postal Index Number. Whenever you write a letter to someone, you have to send any card, any postcard to anyone, you have seen that we write address plus there is a 6 digit number given over there which we have to fill. This 6 digit number is different for different places. For example, for our area, that is Jammu, it is 181104. So 181104. This is a 6 digit number. This is known as PIN. PIN is postal index number. And it was introduced to make the sorting of mail quick and easy, so that one could know that where they have to deliver which letter or which postcard has to be delivered where. So the post office also provide banking and speed post services. Post service means when you want your letters or your things to reach the place more faster, then they provide us with the service which is known as the speed post. The first stamp in India was introduced by Barclay in 1852. And you know, these are the most important things which are required when we send a letter to someone. First is the address of the receiver where you want to send it, then PIN code of that area, and stamps. So without these, your letters or postcards or whatever you want to deliver, they will not reach that particular place. So these are the most important things which are required. Next comes your telegraph. Now what is telegraph? In 1837, Samuel invented a system of sending messages by telegraph. The sender sends the messages through dot and dash symbols, and the operator receiving the message at the other end translate these dots and dash symbols into words. So you can say this was a type of coding system was there, in which the letters or in which the sender sends the messages in the form of dots, and those dots were decoded by the receiver and it was translated into the words. Next comes the telephone. Telephone is also a means of personal communication. It was invented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1857. It is the quickest method of direct communication between two people. Direct means we don't need any intermediator. Directly I'll dial a number and I can talk to a person sitting at other place. On telephone, a person talks to another person living at a distance, whether he is within the country or outside. Next, the first telephone was made from a top of a building to 2 stories down in Boston. Means such was the distance that the first telephone which was made, it was used to communicate from the top of a building to the next story, which was there in the Boston. Next, one more thing is there, that STD and IST. STD is subscriber trunk dialing. When we want to communicate, in the previous times when mobiles were not there, people used to communicate with others who were living in some other cities or any other part of the country from STD. They used a code over there, and then we were able to communicate with the people who are living at a distant places. But when we wanted to communicate with the people living abroad, in that case IST is used, that is international subscriber dialing. So they have made it easy for us to talk to anyone in any part of the country or abroad. Then next comes your mobile phone. If I talk about telephone, then comes the mobile phone. Mobile phone was used, it is used to communicate over long distances without wires. So the best use of mobile is that you can carry the mobile anywhere at any place, and no wires are attached to it as attached to your telephone. And in smartphones you can do other activities also, like watching videos, browsing, net surfing, etc. Then nowadays emails are also there, and email has changed the face of communication. Now people can send messages, pictures, and even chat with their friends who are living far away. So all these are the means of personal communication. Next comes your mass communication. That what is mass communication? Mass communication helps in community with a large number of people at the same time. If I want to deliver a message about COVID 19 to the people living in India, I'm not going to use any personal means for that. I'm not going to call crores of people one by one. So, here what would I do? I would use the mass communication. So, mass communication help us to deal with the large number of people at the same time. Now your radio, your TV, newspaper, magazine, books, so they are the means of sending a message to many people at the same time. So they are the means of mass communication. Now we can hear about, we can read about, we can watch what is happening all around the world. It helps the people to discuss, to read, to express their opinions on different issues like politics, economics, sports, music, etc. So these are the benefits of the mass communication. The means of mass communication are print media and electronic media. What is print media? The print word itself says that print media includes newspapers, books, magazine, journal, etc., which are in the printed form. They play an important role in spreading knowledge, information, ideas through words, figures, illustrations, graphs to thousands of people. The first newspaper which was published in India was Bengal Gazette. These are some extra things which I have put in this PPT so that you can come to know about all these things. Now, second, do you know that Gujarati Daily Bombay Samachar is the oldest existing newspaper in India? Bombay Samachar. It was started in 1882, and the highest number of newspaper published in India, they are in Hindi language. Then comes your electronic media. Electronic media constitutes your radio, TV, all these comes under your electronic media. If we talk about radio, it was invented by Marconi. It brought a revolution, a very change in mass communication. Now radio programs are broadcasted to the whole world. Even illiterate people can listen and understand the radio programs like music, discussions, dramas, etc. And radio also helps ships and aeroplanes to send messages in an emergency. Next comes your television. It was invented by John Locke Baird in 1926. It is more effective than a radio because it involves both the sense of seeing and hearing. Anything happening in any part of the world can be viewed in the comfort of our homes. We can see also. In radio only we can hear, but in TV we can see also, we can witness also what's happening all around us. So India's national TV, as you all know, it is called the Doordarshan. Then comes your satellite communication. An artificial satellite made by man revolves around the earth, we know, and it helps in transmitting sounds and pictures through transmitters. A satellite, you can say, act as a bridge between different countries of the world. Now what is happening in Europe or what is happening in Australia. How do we come to know about it? It is because of these satellites. They act as a bridge between different countries. And you know that the internet which we are using the most nowadays, it is also connected to the satellite only. So dear students, I hope you have understood this chapter. So what we have learned today, we have learned about the personal communication, mass communication, different means of personal communication like post, telephone, fax, mobile phone, emails, satellites. Then we studied about the means of mass communication, which involves your radio, TV, newspaper, magazines, books, etc. There is one more thing that in that comes under your mass communication. That is your advertisement. Advertisement. You have heard about advertisement. What is advertisement? They are effective means of communicating with the masses. For example, when a product comes into the market, for example, the very chocolatey choco pie, or your Oreo, or the shakes, or whatever comes new in the market. Now, who informs us about that product? Your advertisements, your ads. Advertisements can be in newspapers, it can be in through magazines also, and in TV also you can see them. And our government also spreads the social awareness messages through these advertisements also. Nowadays also you can see that as COVID-19 is prevailing, so what happens? Government through mass media, they are what they are doing? They are spreading awareness messages among us so that we can remain safe, we can protect ourselves. So I hope this lecture is clear to you. Thank you. Have a nice day and God bless you all.